What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Digital Drift Gaming. If you're playing Path of Exile and you've just hit Act 5, you probably noticed something. The game just got a lot tougher. The training wheels are off. The enemies hit harder. And your build is starting to get tested. I'm here using my HighBornExile setup, and today I want to drop some crucial tips, pointers, and advice specifically for our guild and anyone out there hitting this mid-campaign wall. Let's drift right into it. First up, let's talk about gear priorities. At this stage, you need higher slots for gems. But more importantly, focus on your links. It doesn't matter if a piece of armor has slightly better base stats. If it breaks your main 4-link setup, it's going to gut your damage. Prioritize items that give you the linked sockets you need for your main skill and its support gems. A 4-link setup will carry your damage output way more than a random piece of gear with a little extra armor. Check the vendors every time you level up. They reset their inventory and might just be hiding a 4-linked item you can use. Point number 2. Check out new gems. As you progress through the acts, quest rewards and vendors offer new skill and support gems. Act 5 introduces some fantastic utility and support gems that can completely change how your build feels. Keep experimenting. Don't just stick to the exact same setup you had in Act 1 if it no longer clearing screens efficiently. Here's a strategy that's been working wonders for me. Utilize your weapon swap. I actually went with a ranged weapon in my secondary slot. I found a really decent unique, and instead of tossing it in the stash, I equipped it and linked it with a specific skill that made it dangerous. It makes it incredibly useful in certain scenarios where getting up close is just too dangerous. If a boss is dropping massive area of effect damage, you can swap, keep your distance, and still be effective. Now, let's talk about gear stats. A lot of players fall into the trap of only focusing on the item level or the base armor type. While you shouldn't ignore it, a lower level item with high life and elemental resistances is mathematically better for your survival than a high level item with useless stats. That being said, balance is key. Eventually, you will have to upgrade to higher base types to get the raw armor, evasion, or energy shield you need to survive those big Act 5 and beyond boss hits. You can't wear Act 1 gear forever. So, how do you get those upgrades? Point 5. Redeem your consumables. I see so many players hoarding their orbs of alchemy and essences because they want to save them for the endgame. Listen up. Use them to craft and upgrade your gear right now. If you're dying constantly, those crafting currencies do nothing for you sitting in your stash. Throw an essence on a white 4-link item to make it rare. Use your crafting bench to slap on missing elemental resistances. Act 5 drops a massive resistance penalty on you after the boss fight, so use your currency to cap your fire, cold, and lightning resists. Finally, let's talk about the stash. Look, I get it. You want to pick up every rare item that drops, but my personal rule is try not to hoard too much. Organize your stash, find a decent leveling item, maybe save it for an alt, but don't fill 5 tabs with random low level rares you're never going to use. Vendor the junk for alteration and alchemy shards so you can fund the crafting we just talked about. Surviving Act 5 and beyond is all about optimizing what you have, maintaining your resistances, and adapting to the situation. To the guild, keep grinding, keep communicating, and let's conquer Rayclast together. If these tips helped you out, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Digital Drift Gaming for more Path of Exile content, and let me know in the comments what build you are running. Right now, I'm your host and HighBornExile, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there, exiles.